ShartimusPrime, reading comics, toys are hella sick, hella whacking it, taking bad hits, taking bad shit, Subscribe,
Look at my holy bicep. Hey, what's up you guys? ShartimusPrime here, doing another Marvel Legends figure review on the 2016 X-Men Juggernaut Build-A-Figure Waves Deadpool. If you're trying to get your Marvel Legends, you can get them at
Big. Get your big badass toys at BigBadToyStore.com. Click the link in the description below.
This Deadpool figure looks incredible. It looks so much better than the other Hasbro Deadpools that we've seen. And it doesn't look like he's coming with the Juggernaut piece, right? Is he the only one that's gone rogue over here? He already has his own Deadpool logo at the top, which is kind of neat. I like that. And it is etched in there too, so you could actually feel the logo. Anyway, you can see a cool image of Deadpool right over there. On the back, you can see the figure, and they actually have this little cartoon right here where it says, "I'd date me," and he's serving himself a taco. So there you go. Yeah, all right. Anyway, there's a read-up over there. If you want to read it, pause it now. Here's the other figures from the wave, and hey, who put those hearts over there, huh? On the other side, we get Deadpool, and then there's not much more at the top or the bottom. All right, let's get to it and crack this thing open. And here's the Merc with the mouth out of the packaging, and I like this figure a lot. This is a very good Deadpool figure. I really am very happy Hasbro went ahead and gave us a Deadpool with tons of accessories. I really like that a lot. I have to say I cannot complain about them reusing the Bucky Cap mold, because long before this figure came out, I remember seeing a lot of customs with the Bucky Cap mold in use, and I always thought that was a cool idea. So them actually using the Bucky Cap mold for the actual figure over here doesn't bother me at all one bit, even though I have been spoiled by butterfly joints and this figure does not have that. We also get some added parts over here. I think these boots are brand new. I don't remember seeing from the shins down over here on any other figure. And we get some added parts right over there on the forearms, as well as, of course, his signature pinky hand right over there. So anyway, let's take a closer look at the accessories that come with this guy, and then we'll take a closer look at Wade. Now, I have not read every single Deadpool comic, so this may have been a source from some issue, I don't know. But to me, this looks like something that Disney really wanted Hasbro to do as far as adding something soft at the end of this big deadly bazooka, right? I don't know. It looks alright. You know, it could come from a comic book. I don't know. If you know of what issue this is from, please tell me in the comments below. It's not a bad looking boxing glove though. Nice little wrinkles in it and everything. Nice bright red. But you can unplug it, which is very fortunate. I'm glad Hasbro did that. And then looking at this, it looks pretty good. You could see a little bit of the wax that I had used. Getting Deadpool to hold this over his shoulder and getting his head tilted so that his eye is looking through there is extremely difficult. I had to actually use some wax to get this stuck to his shoulder so that he could actually look through there. So keep that in mind when you're trying to pose him with this. A little bit of wax right over there as well. And there's looking at the back of it. He also comes with this gun over here, which I do not like. I think this thing was made with all kinds of poo-poo with a dash of caca. It just looks like something I would make, you know, and I'm not really good at sculpting things, but I don't know. It's supposed to look like a fake gun, and at least it's something that he can hold with both hands, but these little weird lines, right? I mean, God, dude, this looks so, yeah, this looks terrible to me. I mean, I do like the color that they chose with the plastic. It has this tealish kind of color to it, so metallic blue, actually, more than anything else. And then you get this fake Tommy gun type thing right here. Again, not terrible. I don't really like it. You know, I definitely like this more than this one right over here, but, you know, it's okay. Yeah. Alright, you know, he holds it pretty well. Then he has his two guns. We've first seen these with Bucky, which is very cool, so we get both of these. And these do have holsters, so there is weapon storage for most of these weapons, but not all. Not for the bazooka, and not for the two fake guns I had just shown a second ago, but you can holster both of his pistols right here, and that looks pretty good. I actually feel like I wish that they'd put this one on this leg right here, because the figure does look a little bit off balance to me. That's one of my gripes with this figure. Having the holster on that side would have been a little bit cooler. I don't know. I may be the only one that's bothered by that. But anyway, he also comes with his little knife right over here. Well, it's not little. Is this a Bowie knife? I don't know. Looks like some kind of military grade knife though. And you can go ahead and store that right over here onto his boot. Or maybe if they had put in this on this side, it would feel a little bit more balanced, you know, but you have this gun, this holster, and that right there, and then this has nothing, you know. Anyway, he has his katanas. We've seen these katanas many times before. These are from the dark times of Marvel Legends, and these weren't really the worst things that came out during that era. Not too bad. You know, I could have gone for a little bit shinier silver for the blades, but you know, I can't really complain about it too much. Now these holsters over here, again reused from the Dark Times of Marvel Legends, but they've attached them to a different strap system that they have right over here. So you can just, you know, go ahead and slip this right through. One thing I used to like to do for the older version, and I'll compare it later on, is I'd like to take these off and then switch them around so that these ends aren't going inward and they're facing more outward. I always thought it looks a little bit cooler when they're a little bit more separated, but anyway, that's not too shabby. And then of course he does come with taco! Yeah, taco, man. I love tacos, man. This looks like a Taco Bell taco with that weird meat that comes out of a gun. Pico de gallo and some lettuce on top of there. Not a bad looking Taco Bell taco, you know what I mean? And this video is not brought to you by Taco Bell. I hate going to Taco Bell, man. They always screw up my order. One thing to mention about the weapons is that not everything fits in here super securely. I don't know. There's a little bit of wiggle room, you know? Same thing with this side with the katana. But you can fit all the guns into his hands, and he will hold everything. Unlike the first Hasbro Deadpool, he really couldn't hold his swords. So I think this is awesome that he can hold all his guns and he can hold all the katanas too. So that's pretty awesome. So I can't say I hate this head sculpt, but I'm not a huge fan of it. There's just a couple of little things here that bother me about it. First off, the eyes do seem a little far apart from each other. That bothers me some. But the thing that really bugs me about it is the way that they sculpted the wrinkles right over here in the forehead. Now he's obviously making the expression where the left eye is going up and the right eye is kind of squinting just a tad, right? And that's totally fine. I like it when they do stuff like that. But the wrinkles aren't really consistent with that facial expression. As you can see, the right side has wrinkles going upwards and these wrinkles are moving downwards, but this eye is bigger than that eye. So if you're gonna have the eye bigger on this side, then the wrinkles have to be moving up with that eye. And if this is going to be a little bit lower, then these wrinkles have to be moving down with it. And they're going the opposite direction. So it just looks goofy to me. Instead of it looking like he's making a facial expression, it almost looks like his forehead is melting or something. I don't know. It may not bother everybody, but that irritates me a little bit. I wanted to do a comparison over here with the first Hasbro release, and this one has actual silver paint right there for the eyes with a touch of white in the center. I thought that was really well done. These eyes right here just white only. And the older version's head definitely looks a lot longer than this one, so I feel like this head sculpt fits into proportion with the body very well. And looking on the side, you can see the seam. He's got the Deadpool dip right there on the back of his mask, looking pretty nice, you know. A little bit of marbleization with the plastic, but not enough to bother me too much. You know, there's other things I'm a little bit more worried about. I do like how you can kind of tell that there's a mouth underneath there, so I think that's pretty cool. And then to compare this to the Toy Biz head sculpt, so you can see the two of them right over there, you know, I like this one still. This one's pretty good. And then thanks to Solid Snake, I have this bone statue head sculpt. I think this is like a shrunken down bone statue, and he repainted this for me. Now he does come with a Wade Wilson head, which is actually tough to really get onto this ball peg. For some reason, this one's a lot tougher to get on here than the regular Deadpool head, but this will go on. Yeah, there we go. Alright, wow, that is really stiff on there. But this looks awesome. I really like this a lot. This is fantastic. Wow, look at that. That is great. Yes, the teeth, the paint for the teeth and everything. And the paint all throughout his head over here. I love that we get this wash as I darken things up. You can see it just a little bit better, right? Look at that sculpt. Yeah, I think that's really good. I like how they gave him the yellow eyes right over there. And see how the eyebrows match the facial expression? Now this eye is up, this one's down, and the eyebrow is down, and this eyebrow is up. See how that fits? But looking on the side over here, you can see some more of the cancer blisters and all that stuff tearing through the skin. That looks great, man. I love how in some of these little craters over here, you can see some tissue lines sculpted in there. That is awesome. I think the pink wash over the flesh color looks really good, and it's not a real flesh color. It's definitely a lot more orange. As I pull these guys out right here, you can see some more on the back. That looks fantastic. I think they did a really good job with this. I love that they have the paint detailing on here. I actually think Hasbro is really smart about where they gave us paint detailing. It is sparse throughout this wave, but when they added it in, they did it in the right places. Then comparing the Toy Biz Wade Wilson head with the Hasbro one, you can see that these both look really good. This one's a lot smaller though, and a lot more realistic looking than this one. Can't help but still wish that we had the shadowing effect over the red, but you know, I like the Bucky cap mold, and the paint apps look pretty solid. I think the silver came out really good on these pieces right here, and I think it actually mixes things up nicely, you know what I mean? It makes it look complete to me. I like this. And looking at the arm, looks pretty solid. And the forearm, little guard right over there. He's got a little broken pinky sticking out over there. And then looking on this side, looks pretty good. Belt looks okay. A little, you know, They missed a little bit of the black paint. I don't know. I guess I'll try to fill that in myself at some point. And I definitely want to add a paint wash to this belt. This just looks too bland for me. I really wish that we got some paint wash over there. That would have been really nice. It's sculpted very nicely, but yeah. He has his little grenades right over here, looking pretty nice. Then the legs look okay. You got some black, and you know, you can see the paint got a little bit scuffed right over there. I'm looking at the knees, and you know, we're all used to this, but these new shins are brand new. I really like these a lot. This looks awesome. I really like the holster right over here. Nice buckles on his boots and everything. I really think these are brand new. If this came from a different figure, let me know. But yeah, I think they're brand spanking new. Nice attention to detail with the silver right over there. I like that. And he does have peg holes. And then here's looking at the back of the figure once more. And as you can see that he does have that hole right there in his back. And you can plug in a Toy Biz stand. So you could use the stand that came with the Series 6 Deadpool to plug into this. Or a Mafex stand will fit in there too. Now, while I've complained about sculpting and paint here and there, the articulation on this figure I feel is the best out of all the other Deadpool figures that I have in my Marvel Legends collection. You can get his head moving all the way up, and it will look all the way down. You get side-to-side movement. Now, to get any head pivot over here, you do have to kind of almost pop it off the peg, which I recommend doing for some poses, you know? So, a little unfortunate you kind of have to do that, but it is workable. Anyway, he has shoulders that move outward. They don't go all the way down. He can move forward right there at the arm, bicep swivel, double-jointed elbows, wrist rotation, it hinges down and up. Even though it has this little piece over here, it will still move up. He has an ab crunch that moves forward, and it doesn't move back as much as I'd like it to. He has a waist swivel over here, hip joints move outward, and he does kick forward and not back so much. He has an upper thigh cut, double jointed knees, boot rotation, ankles move down, up, and he has ankle pivot. When you're moving the ankles upward, you really have to make sure that this part of the shin goes underneath the foot. Now to measure out this Deadpool figure, you can see he's standing just a little over 6.5 inches tall. Now for your Deadpool comparison, you can see that this new Deadpool stands taller than all of these other ones. This is the Toy Biz Deadpool again, along with the first Hasbro version. Thanks, Devils Do. This is actually the second release from the UK. The name of the person who sent this to me, I'm at a loss right now, but thank you so much. Man, I have the best viewers in the planet. You guys are incredible. But going back to what I said about the articulation, I love the articulation on this figure. It's just that over the years, some of these joints really got loose on me, so it makes it hard for him to pose. Then this guy over here does not have ankle pivot. Then here's our new Deadpool figure compared to the Toy Biz Series 6 Cable, and you can see that these do not fit into scale together at all. Cable should definitely be taller. So if you're gonna want your Deadpool and cable setup and you want to use this Hasbro Deadpool, you're gonna have to get the cable that just came from this wave, which looks amazing. Review tomorrow. And then here's Deadpool compared to the other figures from this wave, and again, seeing how short this Wolverine is next to Deadpool over here, makes me happy. And then here's Deadpool next to the Marvel Legends Big Time Letdown Spider-Man. Excuse me, Deadpool, but I'm feeling a little hungry, so I'm just gonna help myself to this slice of pizza that I just happen to have hanging around in my back. Hey, how'd you get that taco? Hold on a second, I got an idea. There we go. Yeah. I don't know, a little weird, right? I gotta say, I've been having fun posing this figure around. The fact that he comes with so many weapons makes it a very likable figure. You know, I just had a great time taking tons of pictures. So if Hasbro's goal was to give us a good-looking Deadpool with tons of display options, I think they succeeded. I do have my gripes and my complaints, and I think they're legitimate complaints. But overall, I think this is a good Deadpool figure. If you have it in hand, I really think you're going to enjoy it. Now, if you're wondering about head swapping possibilities, like taking the older Hasbro Deadpool head and putting it on there or any of the other heads, nope, it's not going to work. But one thing I will say is that if you wanted to put the Wade head on a chameleon body, that will work. However, you do need to do some customizing with the flesh over there on the hands and neck. But yeah, that fits on there nicely. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, let me know what you thought about this figure and my reviewing skills. If you have not yet hit the subscribe button, please do so by hitting the subscribe button right over there. If you want to check out yesterday's review, it was on the Marvel Legends Iceman, which I liked very much, so check that button out right over there if you want to see the Iceman review. And then if you want to check out the review before that, it was on the Marvel Legends Phoenix. So if you hadn't seen the Phoenix review, go ahead and click that button right over there. If you want to stay in touch with me and see what the latest is going on with my YouTube channel and everything else going on, Shartimus, you can follow me on the Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And if you want to see a photo gallery of images from this review, you will find it at marvelousnews.com. I'll catch you guys later.
Posing action figures, I'm posing action figures, I'm posing action figures.